Okay, seriously, I think at this point, if we did not have technical difficulties, you would not know it's me. I think this is like my new calling card because clearly I am technologically challenged. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm technologically challenged. Okay, now for real, we're here with the cast of Newsies. Oh wait, no, the Showsies. The Showboy Bakeshop, straight from Vegas, and we are going to have a Foodstirs Spooktacular Halloween party. Ta-da! So we're going to show you two totally different things you can do with our Foodstirs brownie mix. One of the things that we love about Foodstirs is that it can do many, many different things. It can make cakes, brownies. First, that was the word I was looking for that I couldn't
I was going
get
to
to.
say diverse, but versatile.
It's versatile, it's diverse, or in Sarah language, it does lots of things. Okay, so we're going to start with our Foodstirs Mummy Cupcakes, and then we are going to make a Showboy Foodstirs Buried Alive Cake. See, this is sort of my skill level, fancy skill level. So this video is for everybody. No, I think it's pretty spooktacular.
Thank you.
This is not a drinking game. You do not have to take a drink of anything every time I use the word spooktacular.
But you can.
But you can. Feel free. Especially if it's 5 o'clock somewhere and you're not driving. Okay.
Good.
First thing we're going to do is make our base mix because that's how we start all these recipes.
Cool.
So this is exciting because I have the two best bakers I know as my two chefs.
Thank you.
So we're going to take
ingredients.
Oh, thank you. So we're going to take our Foodstirs brownie mix.
Okay.
And we're going to do 2 eggs, a little oil, and some water, and mix it. And that's pretty much how easy it is.
That's one of the best things about the kits, though, is that it's all, basically everything is pre-measured, it's all there, and then you probably need just a couple of things from your fridge, you know?
Yes, and we let you know everything that you need. I can take those.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm super fancy. I even take the garbage.
I know. That's nice.
I know where the garbage can
Steven
is.
never does that. I
What?
don't. Well, I do most of the baking, so I like to just, pass
okay.
the...
And then, can you even see behind this box what we're doing? I'm not even sure if you can see, so let's move it over here.
So we got the mix and the eggs
Yes, let's
already
move it in so you can see. So, oil, and then a little bit of water.
Just a little water. Just a dash.
And he's going to mix it, and I'm going to sneak off and pop it.
This over here, I'll let you do that. The mixing, alrighty. And we're already switching roles.
Yes.
So you just move around the kitchen.
I do the hard part.
He dances behind. Okay.
It's like a little show back here.
And you just mix it. It shouldn't take very long. If you don't have an electric mixer, that's okay too. You can hand mix, get your workout in.
You can use your Foodstirs spatula.
You can use a Foodstirs spatula. You can probably use a lot. You can use a fork. I mean, you don't have to get that fancy here. And rule number 1, I always say wash your hands, which we did beforehand, but I just want to make sure that we say that one more time. So you get the idea. You can turn that off. And then, so this is where it gets interesting. Because this is the point where you can make cupcakes, you can make a cake, you can make pretty much anything that you think about. So we're going to start by doing the Foodstirs brownies. So what you would do is you would just take it and you would pour it into either a nonstick pan, you can use liners.
Can you use a scoop?
Yes, that was already. No,
easier?
we just discovered that using an ice cream scooper is a great tool, or melon scooper.
You probably have one in the house, so it's perfect.
And then you're going to put it in the oven at probably about 325. And remember, baking times always vary depending upon altitude of where you live. And you know what I learned too is you really are supposed to get your oven calibrated once a year.
We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had an oven calibrated.
Yeah.
Actually.
We'll send
I never have.
Okay.
We know a guy.
You know that, perfect. Okay. Or anyone watching. So then we're going to make our Foodstirs organic frosting to go on top, and it's going to actually be used in both products. So it's going to be a vanilla frosting to make the mummies, and to make the cake, it's going to be chocolate frosting. And you know what I forgot to say? I forgot to tell everyone that we're also going to have a giveaway. So we're going to show you how to do this, and then 2 winners are going to get 2 boxes, 2 and 2, are going to get 2 boxes of our Foodstirs Chocolate Lovers Brownie Mix, so that you guys can make these at home. And how are we going to pick our winners? I think by tagging friends and talking to us. So, and we're going to answer questions as well. So please send us your questions.
Yeah, that'd be
Make
fun.
them good. We might judge. I'm kidding.
Or maybe a Newsies quote.
A Newsies quote, or any other,
like that.
or try to trip us. You can try to give us musical quotes and see which one of us can guess it first. It can be kind of like, we have a question already. Yes.
I like that.
Shay Estep wants to know if there are going to be some vegan options in the future with Foodstirs.
Oh, that's a really good question, Shay. Sorry about that. All of our mixes are vegan. So you can buy any of our base mixes and you can substitute your favorite ingredients, or if you go to our website, foodstirs.com, we give substitutions all the time because we have a lot of friends that are vegan.
And all of these, like the butter, the yogurt, all of that stuff comes with vegan options.
Yes.
So it's stuff that you'll be able to get your hands on for sure.
Versatile again.
Yes. Okay, versatile
Word
and
of the
diverse.
day.
Yes. Have a drink. Okay, so now we're gonna make the frosting, and the frosting again is very simple. What makes our frosting different is we use Greek yogurt, which gives it a great flavor, a very rich flavor, and obviously a little bit better for you. So we're just gonna pop the yogurt in with a spoon, thank you.
Yes, we do.
Or a spatula.
Yes, a teeny tiny.
And then if any of your showboys are being naughty,
Oh. Or you can use it as a little crunchy tool.
you'd have to be very little to do that.
Yeah, it's newsies.
Okay, so then I'm dumping and pouring. It's usually easier to do a little bit at a time, but since we don't want to bore you guys, so you want to mix for me?
Sure.
Make the frosting.
And you don't turn it all the way up, because he has a habit of that, and
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
That's okay. That's what it's side. So these are what your brownies will look like when they come out. I'm sure you cannot hear me over that.
You get the
Yeah, that's right. You keep doing it. It's
Okay.
live. It's live. It's real. Oh, guess what it's time for? It's time for a drive-by. A drive-by by Sarah. Wait, Sarah, you gotta stay through. With my best friend Sarah. Yeah, I like to keep the names easy. Yeah. So I think we get it. So keep mixing,
You get
and it may take a little bit of time. So keep at it till you get the consistency that you want. This whole roller skating thing started because we all bonded on a mutual love of Starlight Express.
it's like one of those things you don't talk about, isn't it? Like, I love Starlight Express. And
Yeah.
So, but the three of us do.
Yes.
So, thank you
When I was
for...
little, I wanted to be in Starlight Express. And
Girl,
I
me
got
too.
it. I was going to be Buffy the dining car. Okay. So yes. So we put our frosting in piping bags. When you get our Foodstirs Mummy Kit, the piping bags come with it. You can make your own piping bags out of a plastic baggie, and a trick is to put it over a glass. Put the plastic baggie out and pour the frosting in. They're trying to get my attention. Yes, Olivia, I'm with you. I will get to your question in 1 second.
Burning questions.
Burning questions, must know. So hold on 1 second. So let's get some of these out. Okay, go ahead, Olivia. What's your question?
Christina Vajumpa wants to know if it is organic.
Yes, Christina, all of our products are organic. One of the things about Foodstirs that we're very proud of is that we spent many, almost 2 years really sourcing the best possible ingredients, to the point where we have direct relationships with the farmers that we get it from. We use biodynamic sugar, which we are the only baking mix right now currently on the market that uses biodynamic sugar, as well fair trade equal exchange cocoa. And our flours, and yes, so we spent a lot of time on that. So yes, any product with Foodstirs will be organic. Okay, here comes the fun part.
Yes.
So to make the mummies. So if you don't trust us that this is easy, we do come with a step-by-step card on how to make the mummies. And remember, it's your art. So every mummy is different.
Personalized.
And we had the staff. Little shout out to our staff who are working for us today in Vegas.
Hi, Amy.
Jonathan, Amy, Nicole.
Hi, Jonathan, Amy, Nicole.
They actually
Yeah,
did
they're
this,
good.
and following the steps that are on here, their mummies were perfect.
I know everybody's.
Well, I always
so
said that
good.
if I can do it on live television, then it'll be right.
I know
Although we
it's
did
step
have
by
kind of a
step.
mishap the other day when we did it, but we were doing it under very hot lights.
Oh.
And because of some of our technical difficulties, it took quite some time to
My
do it.
First
Your
line.
first line. And you want to cut, we send a tip with it also that's like the right tip for it. But remember, you guys can do, and it's your art, as I always say.
That's
one
my
thing
favorite
you
thing
have,
about kids.
Exactly, and
Tips.
the tips, because you can keep them, you guys, and they are used for so many different things, which is really cool.
That keeps on giving.
Exactly.
So maybe we can all make one and we can show how our mummies are all different. And then for the eyes, chocolate chips, which we also give you in the kit. And then sometimes I
Ooh, I think mine looks pretty
Ours
good.
looks pretty good. Okay, want to add some eyes to it?
Of course.
Okay, I'll do mine now. Oh, another trick to piping bags, hold it at the top. Because even if it's not filled that much, the tendency is to come this way, and I don't think he would like it all over his whole costume.
I won't mind.
It's a very
So,
fancy costume.
as you can see, I am not the pro here, and it still comes out looking very similar. To get my bandages here. And then what gave you guys the inspiration for the buried alive cake, you guys? 'Cause I'm very excited to learn how to make that, because I have not made a buried alive cake yet. I've been buried alive though, many times on television and film.
And actually, you are the inspiration for this cake.
I am?
Yes.
I'm honored.
And we just thought it'd be a fun, like a little spin on the Halloween, dessert. It's kind of always tricky to know what you want to take to parties and stuff. So this one's always kind of fun.
I just want to take you boys to parties. Is
Yeah,
that
I
okay?
will go.
We're
I don't
coming.
mind.
We'll
Okay,
put
hold on.
rhinestones and everything and come.
I dazzle everything. There is nothing wrong with a
And,
little
uh,
bedazzle. Yes. Oh, I think we're getting a skate by.
Oh, don't
Yes.
jump in my head.
I see a skate by. Hold on, I'm finishing my mummy. Okay. I think my mummy's done. Oh,
Beautiful.
spooky. Spooktacular. Have a drink. Okay, we have a question. Yes.
Amanda Finfrock wants to know if you can order online and where can we get Foodstirs?
Yeah, so it's very exciting time for Foodstirs right now. So Foodstirs, we launched it a year ago last October online.
Happy birthday.
Yes, thank you very much. We look good for one. And we launched with initially our kits, which is a monthly subscription where you can get a themed holiday kit. And then as we finalized our mixes, also we realized people wanted our mixes. So we sell both of our mixes and our kits online, as well as some specialty holiday items. And now we've just started retail, so you can find us in the city near you. You can check our website, foodstirs.com. And if we're not in a city near you, ask your grocery store, because maybe then we can compensate you guys. So here's our mummies. Here's my mummy.
Mine is a little drunk.
That's okay. It had too many shots. So again, that's what's fun about it. It's about, you know, being creative and spending time and making them all different.
And the eating of it.
And the ultimately the eating of it,
That's
which is
my
also the fun part. But before we get to eating, let's make a buried alive cake.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this is our final product, and there's a little surprise to our buried alive cake. But let me clean up a little bit.
But these are so cute. So buy the kit. Buy the kit.
Yes, and don't forget, we're going to have our
really
winners
fun.
today are going to be able to get the Foodstirs Brownie mix so that you guys can make this at home, or you can even make your own creations and send them to us. Because we get inspiration from everywhere.
And you guys are really good at posting like everybody else's work on social media, which I think is really cool.
Well, we love
Because
it.
everybody involved.
Yeah.
The idea of Foodstirs when we started it was we wanted to make a community of modern bakers. We call it homemade easy. And the idea is that, you know, you want to have an idea of what you're making and you want to do it at home, but we're all time impoverished these days. And to make it simple, everything is less than 6 simple steps. And you can, and you can make it, you know, look just like it does on the Pinterest. Is that what
The
it's called?
Pinterest.
The Pinterest.
Smart,
So we just wanted to make scratch baking easy for people because I think it can be overwhelming. It's math, it's science, it's numbers. And, okay, let's get started. I'm so excited about this cake.
Alrighty, so we're going to pull out cakes. We put them in the fridge just to cool them down.
So the same idea is instead of putting them into the baking, because for the people like me that don't follow baking as well, they made them in a round baking tin.
So we went for a 6-inch round baking tin, and then we cut the cake into 4 layers. That way we can give it some nice kind of, you know, a little more a look to it. So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut out the center because, as we said, it's called the buried alive cake, and we want to have a little surprise in the center for the big reveal. So we're going to cut out the center of this one first.
Okay.
And we just go layer by layer. That way,
just like that.
Exactly. And then we're going to take the middle out, and you can snack on that if you wish.
I'll get
and delicious.
I will get black tea if I did it, so I'll wait till we're done. Okay, so then each layer.
And then we're going to fill it with some of the chocolate frosting, which we actually made.
It's Sarah. Happy
Somebody stole a snack.
Yeah.
So first of all, we're going to put in some of the chocolate frosting, which is going to give it the earthy look.
So how did you get chocolate frosting from our Foodstirs mix?
Well, actually, what we did was we took the Foodstirs organic vanilla mix, and we melted down some of the chocolate chips, which had come in the kit, the Halloween kit. And you can make those as chocolatey as you like. You can do a couple of chocolate chips to give it a lighter look, which is what we did here, because we want you to have a different look between the frosting and the cake, so you can kind of see the layers from the outside. But you can also make it as chocolatey as you like.
This is fun. Watch. Sarah's going to come do a skate by.
Oh.
She almost has her fingers.
Right? I know, right? Okay.
So then Sarah's already cut the next one. So we're going to go ahead and pop.
Did I do that right?
You did.
Yeah. And you're going to put that on the top of this one, and then you still got the hollow center.
Okay.
And we basically just keep going like that until the cake is all the way stacked.
So I can make like a super tall Empire State Building cake.
You could go as tall as you want.
Yeah, you could do more than
as long as you're not
4 layers.
How long is Facebook Live? Was it 4 hours? What's the Guinness World Book of Records? Maybe we can make the Guinness World Book of Records for Facebook Lives and for tallest cake like all at once.
Yeah.
I wonder who has that record. Now I want to know.
Now I want that record.
I know.
Well,
That'll be our next
I don't think they
venture.
have any Guinness World Book of
A
Records.
world record.
Wait, you can't take the cake
No,
yet.
the people have requested something. I promise I'm not going to eat it. It's just this. Oh, close up.
The people have spoken.
The people have spoken, and they want a close up of the cake. Okay.
Whoa,
So I guess I should give you a little background on who Sarah is, because not only is Sarah one of my best friends, but I have not done a TV show, a movie, or anything without her in years and years and years. So when you see my costumes looking spiffy, or you see me in a good mood, they're usually both associated with Sarah DSR. And we call ourselves the Sarahs.
Yeah.
That's how we refer to ourselves.
Sarah squared.
Sarah squared. It's a double dose of Sarah, which, by the way, if you ask my husband, that's a lot of Sarah. That's a lot of
Too much, Sarah.
Too much Sarah.
So here's the fun part. It's getting all that yummy Foodstirs, now chocolate frosting on there. And again, actually, I believe the chocolate chips and everything are all
It's all organic.
All organic, so that it keeps the frosting organic.
One of the things that we do too is we make sure in our kits when you see food coloring, we use all natural food coloring. So dye-free, preservative-free, all colors found in nature. It's kind of interesting when you get in there and you learn all the different things that make the colors. You can make beet, red. And if you don't want it, if you don't have chocolate chips handy, coffee is a great food coloring to make.
And delicious.
Yeah, and delicious. Then you have a coffee cake, yeah. We all know I love my coffee. I don't think that's a very big secret to anyone here. Okay.
Okay, so we're putting on the final piece.
That's
Alright,
the
and
top.
then if I could just grab the black spatula there.
Yes.
I'm just gonna do a quick little clean out of the frosting we got in the center.
Here, I'm gonna do it this way because they can see too.
Perfect.
So it's just we got a little bit in the center, and so he's just taking it out.
It's a little clean.
Okay.
Oh no, I got it on my hands.
Oh dear.
Right. And make sure you do save one.
Yeah, you want to save the
One
very
circle.
top piece.
So that means Sarah, you cannot eat all of them.
You have one left.
Because without it, you're not buried alive.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
here comes the fun part.
the fun part is we're gonna put these natural bone sprinkles that we got.
I'll do a close up so they can see.
Perfect.
Nobody wants to see me this close up, so I'll just show you on my
Aw.
hands. Let's see. Am I even in frame? Whoa, a bone.
And then you
Now I guess I should eat it.
Okay, so you're gonna fill that in the center like that.
So pretty much to the top,
Almost to the top, because again, you're gonna take the bottom piece, or the last piece rather, and you're gonna put that back on the top like that.
And it seals up the grave.
Exactly. Then the
Been
fun
there.
part. We like this a lot. We used the coloring that you guys gave us for the green, so it gives it that nice kind of greeny look without going too crazy with the color.
Yes.
And we're gonna pipe on the grass on the top.
And again, this particularly is done with a tip, so
This one is done with a tip, and if you guys need to know the tip number, you can either ask a question, or you can
which means he doesn't know offhand which the tip is. So
Right.
we'll add it in later, so don't worry.
I call it the grass.
Grass,
But
yeah.
if you look how fast and easy it was, and don't forget our giveaway too. So tag your friends. We've got 2 and 2, so 2 winners, 2 brownie mixes. Okay, what comes next?
Okay, so we have some cookie pieces, which we're gonna sprinkle on top, and that's
Or you could
good.
use cake pieces.
Yeah,
You
you
use
can
it.
actually what you
Crumble
could, I was gonna
up.
say what you could do is take this extra piece that we have, so the one that Sarah didn't eat, right?
The one.
And then you can just
She
right.
looks mad that you're using it.
Sorry, Sarah, and then we just crumble it, right, to make the dirt.
Yeah,
I like
perfect.
That looks cool,
Yeah.
actually.
So the very first time when I was on Buffy and they buried me alive, I thought it was going to be on the soundstage. So I was like, okay, whatever, it's pretend. Then I found out they were going to do it in an actual graveyard, and they literally buried me in a cemetery at night. There were gasps from actually everyone in the room. I was really freaking out. The therapy bills after that were quite something. So needless to say, the next time my character got buried alive and dug out of a grave, it was done on the soundstage. And then the only last thing we did in the real cemetery, which I believe correctly was not a cemetery, it was just a park, because after that I would not do it again. We did it in like a park, so that made me
So if you wanted to make this a Buffy buried alive cake, you can just stick a straw in the top.
Yeah, more space. Wait, look at my hands. Aw, thanks, boss. Yes, or you could just put a straw in it so I could breathe, and then bury me into it. So, okay.
Okay,
So-
last touch are our little tombstone picks, which just give it that little graveyard feel.
And you can find
I know, right?
this kind of stuff at craft stores.
You can get
You
any
can
of the
make them.
kinds of
You can
thing.
make them like with a Cricut machine. You can do.
You get, oh, that's a
I'm
good
obsessed with my
idea.
Cricut machine.
It's
I'm
so
always
good.
like,
There's
Personalize
cakes,
them.
there's a Cricut machine for cakes.
Yeah.
And you can cut out all the little decor for your cupcakes and cakes.
Wait a second. I
I
need
know,
this.
probably.
No, I want it. I
I
mean,
know.
tell me I want it.
Freddy's gonna be mad at you.
I know, right? Because what I need is more crafting supplies, because I don't spend enough of my free time, what little there is, crafting. Yes, I was working on I was working on my daughter's journal. They had to have a journal for school, and all of a sudden it's 2 a.m. and I'm still decoupaging and glitter, and I get the call from the teacher. Yeah, Sarah, you were supposed to just write their names on it. So yeah.
That's
so
too easy.
sorry, Ms. Kreitzer. Apologize. I get
Sorry,
a
Ms.
little
Kreitzer.
excited. So here's our cake. So then let's do the reveal. Which one?
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, let's
Hold
put
on,
in this one.
Oh, you want to do this one?
I think so, I think since it's on the plate.
The
and-
people
Okay,
demand
yeah.
that you cut this in close up.
Oh, the people demand I cut it in close up. Well, you know what? The people get what the people want. So,
So
yes.
let's show some mummies.
Oh, let's do some mummies with it. Yeah, I've never finished mummies. We have more mummies over there. Ooh, don't just,
We
we
have
don't want to
kids
just
and-
put this around.
I'm
Yeah.
such a mummy's boy.
This is like such a cute little
But
holiday.
and it was my mom's birthday. I have to show the amazing
Happy
cake, Foodstirs cake that they
birthday.
made for my mom, which I'll get out afterwards. Okay, people, don't say that I don't give you what you ask for, within reason.
Things can
Okay.
get spooky.
Is there a specific way I should cut this,
Any way you like. A nice
Just make
little
sure you get-
slice, and then.
Yeah, here, let's do this. You can see it.
Yeah, I mean, moving gravestones is totally fine.
I've done it before. Just kidding, folks. Okay, so you take this to your holiday party, and wow!
Whoa.
Okay, that's really, really cool.
Buried
So,
alive.
buried alive. Right? I know, and if you make a really big cake, then you put me in it, and I could be the surprise that comes out.
Right.
Just don't forget the straw.
Yes, true, because otherwise I would have.
Essentials.
You guys, this was super fun.
It was so good.
Here's what I think. I think once a month, you guys need to come to the Foodstirs kitchen,
Okay.
and we need to make something spectacular.
Oh,
Or,
we already have Thanksgiving planned.
you're having Thanksgiving with us?
Yes.
I'm so excited. Freddie,
Surprise.
2 more at the table.
Oh, anything from that cookbook.
I know, right?
I know.
Okay, wait, we gotta do our winner. We have more questions actually too. Yes, so we're reminding everyone that all of our mixes, well, the mixes are vegan. What you do to it afterwards is up to you. All organic. Do we have any more questions since we have a little bit of time?
No. Can I say one thing that I love about
You may
Foodstirs?
say
'Cause
anything you want.
I'm not a huge vegan organic type person. That's not a big deal with me.
Well, we're Vegas,
So we're Vegas. So it doesn't
Yeah.
always go. The taste. If you're not a vegan or an organic person, the taste alone will win you over. It's so good.
Actually,
It's so good.
I have a good story too. I have a good show, since we're at Showboys and we're telling stories. So the other day, you guys, I haven't told them this yet, so watch their reactions because it's going to be amazing.
Oh, no.
So the other day, my husband had some extra cash, and we don't always have cash in our house. We're not great about
Right.
that. And my daughter was like, I want $1. I want $1. So I said, okay, I'll give you $1, but you have to tell me who's the president on the $1 bill. And she's like, I got this. Cricket, cricket, cricket. And he said, okay, it was our first president. And she's like, I know this. And you can see her little mind, like she's working so hard.
Oh.
They said, I never tell a lie, chopped down a cherry tree. And she was still like looking kind of, like she was, and she really wanted that $1. So I started going, here comes the general, here comes the general. And she goes, George Washington! So for everyone else in the room that's probably looking at us confused, Hamilton shout out.
Hamilton.
Yeah, if you haven't heard of it.
But I was
great
so
show.
proud of her because she
That's
knew
so cool.
Hamilton and it helped her with her her studies.
Yeah.
And
So,
she's
yeah.
a little theater girl, isn't she?
She is my
Can't
little
help it.
Simba. Yes. Okay. Question.
Okay, so Ruthie Denny wants to know what gave you the inspiration to start Foodstirs.
So the inspiration, actually, speaking of, was my children, and I am a full-time working parent, and I wanted to make sure the time I spent with them was really quality time.
Yeah.
And our kids, both mine and my partner Glee, who couldn't be here, but she is missing out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll save this one.
What's he talking
I'll
about?
save this one.
We really wanted to do activities with our kids that we were involved in together, and it wasn't just watching television or, we really wanted to do something, and our kids love the Food Network, specifically Cupcake Wars and all that. And neither Galit nor I were too handy in the kitchen, and I was really spoiled. I grew up in New York City, and my husband's a chef, and I just never really needed to learn, but what I was watching was these amazing experiences that my husband was having with our family in the kitchen. And when you think about it, everything happens in the kitchen. That's where everyone congregates. It's where real
It's the center of
connections
the
are.
party,
Yeah,
always.
always. No matter how fabulous the party is, it always winds up in the kitchen. And so we went to the store to go get a mix because Galit and I were making something from scratch, and we were so surprised because there were just all these brands like from when I was a child that were still on the shelf that hadn't been updated with modern
Right.
ingredients that spoke to us, the modern consumer, who care about what we put in our body and portion control and ingredients and also taste. So then we found ones that had these ingredients, but I felt like taste was sacrificed.
Yeah.
So Galit and I said, what if we come up with a brand where they taste amazing, but made with the kind of ingredients that we wanted that spoke to us. And that really sort of helped get over that hump of nervousness that can be intimidating in the kitchen. So that's how the kit started. The idea of taking a monthly theme and making it crafty, but making it simple, less than 6 steps for people to do. We have all of our mixes, and what we do, which I think is really different, because again, it's sort of that community feel, is each week we do other recipes that you can do using our mixes, because just because it's a sugar cookie, it doesn't mean you can only make sugar cookies. There's,
so much.
the world is your oyster. You can make diverse, versatile. Yes, if you go to our website, each week we do new recipes. And then it sort of just went from there. But I would say the original inspiration was definitely our children. And, as a parent, we're aware in the supermarket that you see the perimeter of the store changing and ingredients getting better. But we were sort of had this forced loyalty to these like legacy brands where there was number 2 ingredient in a baking mix was salt, or there was red dye in a yellow cake, and we thought and then the other problem is that if you don't bake all the time, you go to the store and you wind up buying these big bottles of stuff that you wind up, it's a lot of waste.
True, yeah.
And so with our kits, we give you a project each month with just the right amount. So you don't have a bottle of something that you're only going to use this much
Exactly,
of.
and you will have the eggs, you will have
Yes.
the butter. It's fantastic.
And we give you enough that if you make a mistake that there's enough, but just sort of the right amount so that you don't feel like gluttonous or wasteful. And okay, our winners. Ba-da-ba-pum.
Mandy Moberly
Mandy Moberly, congratulations.
Yay.
Happy Halloween.
and Christina Bajumpa.
At Christina. Email us at info@Foodstirs so that we can get your address and we can send you the boxes ASAP. And guess what? You each win a Showboy!
Yay!
No,
I
I'm
get
kidding.
Kajumba.
Oh.
I like that one.
But we just wanted to give you some inspiration because we know that Halloween is on Monday. Now, is this a sneak peek at your costumes or are there more costumes to come?
These were the
Pressure.
costumes, weren't they?
I know.
we
Now I
might-
feel like we need something starlight.
Can we make them dead newsies? No, that's mean. That's weird.
You could do dead newsies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely a sort of like you just do the face.
Just like so, yeah. So maybe there'll be more.
Or after it closes on Broadway, it's sort of like you can just be the after
We can
the.
be the theater ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, Sarah has a question.
Can I have a piece of that cake now?
Yes, you may have a piece of that cake
Roll
now.
on in.
Claire, come on, roll on in. We should all have a piece of that cake now.
The layers. Don't forget the bones.
I will not forget the bones.
You would think it would have skated in a fork, but I didn't.
It's okay. I will get a fork. Or you don't care?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. Well, why don't we all dig in? Let's all have some. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you
Thank you
next
guys.
time.
Yeah, we will
So
see you next
fun.
month.
Mm-hmm.
See ya.
Go right.